Hey there guys, it's me, Benjamin Sopkin from BS Anime, and I'm here to give you a guide to Aya Uchida, or Ucchi as some call her. So last time I covered Emi Nita, which you can find a link in the description below, but this time I'm going to give you a comprehensive guide that will tell you a lot about Ucchi and explain how she got to who she is now. You might know her from Love Live, but how about before that? Do you know why she became a voice actress? Well, I'm here to explain all that. So let's learn about the person behind the little bird. Sit down and get yourself comfortable as we're going to have a long discussion. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and talk about is where she was born. Aya Uchida was born on July 23, 1986 in Ota, Gunma, Japan. The city Ota is located in the Gunma Prefecture, and it has an estimated population of about 219,531 people and a population density of 12,600 persons per square kilometer as of 2015. Its total area is 60.97 kilometers. Back in World War II, Ota was used to construct a lot of military aircraft. One example is the Nakajima Ki-43 Oscar, which is constructed by the Nakajima Aircraft Company, which this aircraft was known for its high maneuverability, but its fragile nature. Following the war, the city shifted towards automation and homes the automation company Subaru, which is a subsidiary of the Subaru Corporation. Some notable people include a lot of politicians. The second guy was the founder of the Nakajima Aircraft, as I shown from before. And we have two baseball players, we have the tennis player, and then, of course, we have Aya Uchida. These are some famous people that grew up in this town. Some sister cities of this city would be Burbank, California, Lafayette, Indiana, United States, West Lafayette of Indiana in United States, and Ibamari Ihime in Japan. Some local attractions you can find here is the Daikon Temple, the Kanayama Castle, the Tenjin-yama Kungfu, as well as the Yamabuzuka Onsen, the Kusatsu Onsen, the Takasaki Kanon statue, the Shorenzan Darumaji Temple, and Lake Hadana, as well as the Snake Center, which is in the Osen that I showed before.
News! Music! Start!
As a child, Aya Uchida enjoyed an anime known as Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon. Yes, that Sailor Moon. She idolized the anime. She wanted to become like Sailor Moon. As a child, she also watched other things, and that would be things such as Studio Ghibli films, Disney films, and other anime. This would include movies such as My Neighbor Totoro or Kiki's Delivery Service. She would dress up as Mei, and her sister would dress up as Satsuki from My Neighbor Totoro, and they would rehearse the movie to the best of their ability. She would keep watching the tape so much that it would get damaged. And by tapes, I'm referring to VHSs, if you are familiar with that. It wasn't until she got into middle school where she learned that she could become a seiyuu, or a voice actress, as she wasn't really aware that she really wanted to be. I think it was more of a childhood dream of being in like a Disney film. Back in her early days, Pokemon, Bleach, as well as Prince of Tennis were coming out with their manga series. As we know, all of these series would get their own anime adaptations soon enough. One day, Ucchi ended up going over to a friend's house who had a lot of manga. There she got acquainted with Saiyuki, which was a popular manga with the girls back at the time. She figured she would give it a try, and she ended up getting hooked on it. This manga eventually got an anime adaptation, and this allowed her to learn about anime fan clubs and idol fan clubs. Her friend got her to go to a voice actor greeting event which had Hoshi Soicho, Ishida Akira, Harita Hiroaki, and Seki Toshikiko, where there she gets to learn about people's passions about idols. She eventually came to like the voice actress Ikoue Otani. So who is that?
Otani Ikoue-san.
はい。
はじめまして。
お願いします。はじめまして。
ピカチュウの声の人なんですよ。ピカチュウちょっと言っていただけます？
ピカチュウ。ピカ。
いやこれや。これや。
So she's really famous for a role for Pikachu, but she does plenty of roles and she still inspires Ucchi today. Picking up this magazine known as Seiyuu Grand Prix, which is Voice Actor Grand Prix. It taught her how to be a voice actress. In her third year, she entered the selection in Animage, where she ended up winning the preliminaries and went on to nationals, but she ended up losing. That caused her to be a little distressed, and then she ended up kind of stopped focusing on becoming a voice actress. During high school, she focused on more on volunteering, helping out children, hanging out with friends, and participating in a tea ceremony club. After she graduated, she entered in the Yoyogi Animation School, and enrolled into the new JTB Entertainment Academy in 2008. There she landed her first role in an anime. She landed her first role in Oden-kun as Ran-chan. Oden-kun is a series for kids filled with a bunch of short stories as far as I can tell. Ran-chan is a passerby which I cannot seem to find anywhere no matter how hard I look. And every character list that I look at never lists her being in this anime, but she said she was in this anime, so I'll take her word for it. But beyond that, that's all I really could say, and I have no clue what's really going on in this anime. It's very confusing. In the same year, she had a background character role in Mischievous Kiss. Again, I can't seem to find much about it. I can't even find the anime itself, really. But they said she had 3 roles, so I'll just leave it at that. Unimportant roles. Now, she said if she did not become a VA, she would have enrolled in the school for fashion design, something we know Kotori Minami already does for the Muse. So when she says, I think I'll become someone who just makes things, well, I don't prove it's clear that there is a relationship between her and Kotori. In the early years of her professional career, she had to hold part-time jobs to support herself that include roles as sales staff at department stores, production line quality inspector at factories, and menial labor jobs such as carrying cardboard boxes. These were shift-based, which allowed her the flexibility to report to the entertainment office if she ever needed to. In the month of January in 2009, in the anime Munto, she got to play Chikara, which is that little boy who's talking to his dad. In 2009, she got a role as Chinatsu in Miracle Train. So Chinatsu is the taller girl to the right, and all the guys are apparently lines for this train, and they're supposed to help her out. During her early roles, Saito Shigeru Sensei, which works with her, and criticizing her for not conversing enough with our staff, but there she eventually learned to improvise on lines, and then she gained a lot of important experience for future roles. Her first major role in an anime is Asuko in Kitty Girl and in 2009. Landing this role was big for her and made her excited and uneasy. Now at this time she wouldn't say this, but in an interview she mentioned that she would often land a role that are the #1 idiot characters. As you see in this role and in future roles, this is very true, but she says she is fine with that. She feels like she is a good role for that. So, I guess it's fine for her that that happens to be the case. She also sings in the opening and closing of this anime. Also, she sings in 2 insert songs, one in episode 2 and one in episode 4 of this anime. In July of 2010, she voiced Mayumi Kato in Mitsu Domoe, which is the girl all the way to the right. After those animes ended, due to her relationship with Saito Shigeru Sensei, which I talked about before, she was given an opportunity, and that opportunity was the Love Live project. At that time, there was a group known as AKB48, which was up and coming. This group had a lot of similarities to the Love Live franchise. AKB is made of groups of AKMB, which each have a variety of members. Ucchi ended up seeing them perform and became inspired by them. This group got her interested and excited to join the new project. Now we can see how this might inspire the styles for such as Arise or Saint Snow, as the songs seem to be very similar, but this also does affect how Love Live happens, because there are a lot of different subgroups, and some subgroups had different styles of songs, so as we can see, this really did influence how Love Live became a franchise. Here in 2010, we get to see the first performance by Muse for Boku no Life Kimi to No Life, which we know Kotori was a part of. So I talked about AKB48 for a reason. Ucchi was inspired by Kojumi Haruna-chan, which was a part of that group. She's known for having a girlish charm, and then that she used that as a reference for her character on stage. With the Love Live series, that's when she really gets her wings, but she did other things beyond Love Live. So she got a role in Umero Patisserie in October of 2010 as Erika Hayami. So she appears in episode 17 and 36 of that anime. The second PV for Muse is Snow Relation, which came out in December of 2010. At the start of the next year, in 2011, Ucchi voiced Taisi Fino for Freezing. Now, during the time that she was recording for Freezing, she met Aika Kobayashi for the first time there. She was making her singing debut, singing this song, and as we know, this Aika Kobayashi is, well, Yoshiko. In May of 2011, it's the first time we see Printemps songs, which is the subgroup form of Honoka, Kotori, and Haneo. Let's listen to some of their songs. In September 2nd of 2011, she voiced Aoi in episode 8 of Mawaru Penguin Drum. So now I did actually watch this. This whole scene is just about symbolism, but basically the high school girl sees that man, which is her dad, who is cheating on her mom, so yeah, not very good. On August 2nd in 2011, she voiced Kaede Furutani in Yuru Yuri. Kaede is just a younger sister of the girl all the way to the right, and she's just really cute, and yet she seems to know a lot for a little kid. But regardless, how can you not enjoy that face? The third PV for the Muse, Natsu Agade 1 2 Jump, came out in August of 2011, in the same month. The first solo collection for Love Live for Kotori is Kotori Loving You, which came out in December of 2011. Just in time for Valentine's, the fourth PV for the Muse, Okyoto Love Ise Kyunchu, came out. In June 27th of 2012, Kokuhaku Biori Desu came out, which is a duet with Haneo and Kotori. And the last PV for the Muse is Wonderful Rush, which came out in September of 2012. It is in the year of 2013 that the first season of Love Live aired. Ucchi voiced Kotori Minami, as we all know her, and as well during her time she became close friends with Emitsun and Kusa Aina, which both got their major roles there, which is for Honoka and Nozomi, respectively. In the same month of Love Live, we see the debut of the anime Vivid Dread Operation. She voiced Himawari Shinomiya. During her time for this anime, she met her seiyuu friend Murakawa Rie, might have said that wrong, but she voiced Aoi Futaba. To this day, she considers her a good friend, and probably her closest seiyuu friend that she has to this day. Now, if you watched my last video, I talked about Yusubu, where Eminita voiced Elsa Crucial. And in this one, we have, in a separate episode in the OVA, we have this little girl who is voiced by Ucchi. Now, and towards the end, you do have some interactions with each of those girls, but it's not that big. As we know, there was a collaboration with the Guided Fate Paradox in 2013, which resulted in characters in the game as well as Song Sun. Now, Ucchi plays the character known as Asagi in the game. Although there's a lot of songs that were in a collaboration, she only sang in one song, which is Yume Once Again.
諦めない心で狙う明日の瞬間私には夢が似合う夢は叫んだからお願い
April 16, 2013 sees the release of the Love Live School Idol Festival game, as we know, where you collect a bunch of idols and try to get ultra rares and never seem to get them. In April of 2013, An Enemy Heart releases. This is a song sung by Umi and Kotori.
あなたの心が遠いから泣きたくなる雨のね花 Lonely Heart 一人咲く花の涙
In August of 2013, the second Printemps album, Pure Growth Project, releases with 2 songs in there.
友情って言っちゃうの恥ずかしい歩こう今日もその度にドキドキどこまで君優しくしないでも嘘よ
On September 25th of 2013, the third Printemps album, Pua Pua O, releases.
会いたくなるベイビー好きぷわぷわだからワオ夢ならばねねねワオでもいいからダイヤはきらめいて未来を招いて
In April 2014, we see the continued success and the release of the second solo collection, Junpaku Romance.
さあ大好きだ万歳負けない勇気私がそれぞれが好きなことで頑張れるならワンダートン強い私へとなれる未来
Right after the solo collection, we see Love Live Season 2 come out, as we can see that Love Live is just not a fluke, and it continues to grow and grow.
気持ちいいね
On October 2014, she voiced Aren Kanazuki for Trinity 7. Not only she's the character, but she will also perform for the ending theme song, which is she's a part of the group known as the Magus 2.
恥ずかしいのにテーマは千差万別バチューキャンオーリチュースもその願いの結晶崩壊の序章魂の範囲衝動のバードコネクトアーカーメガスのバチューキャンオーリチュース
On August 28, 2014, Love Live Squall Paradise releases for the PS Vita. There are 3 versions, each for one subgroup. On November 10th of 2014, Ucchi was appointed as a tourism special envoy for the entire Gunma prefecture. On November 12, 2014, the fourth Printemps album, I'm Friends, was released with 2 songs, I'm Friends and Nightingale Love Song.
それはずっと続くはずさいつでもそばにいることいつのに大好きな気持ちだけあげたいの消さないでこのメロディー物語
On the same day, her first single, Apple Mint, was released separate from Love Live.
立ち入ってみたらほんのりにかいけどどこかで
After that, Suki Desu ga Suki Desu ka was released, which is a duet between Haneo and Kotori.
理由おかえりなさいこっちもいてこっちもいてよ好きだから好きですと言うだけ
Towards the end of the year, Cheer Day Cheer Go was released by Printemps. Merry Christmas!
少しこっちも見てよ血当て血赤目の前で血当て血赤
The next album is Museum de Dou Shitai, which was released in May of 2015, also by Printemps.
目を閉じて夢の真ん中へと正体始まれ私と君だけの恋を見せ
In June of 2015, Love Live the School Idol movie was released. There, she participated in multiple songs, including Angelic Angel, Sunny Day Song, and Okutachi wa Hitotsu no Hikari. She also sang in Future Style, which was a song exclusively sung by the second years. The final album for Print Up was released on November 25th, 2015, which is Wow Wow Powerful Day.
何を始めるか決めてみよう足りないよ足りないもっと時間がね欲しいんだわからないあなたの気持ちが冬の星座よ私に力をくださいそれってまさか
With Love Live slowing down, she also got roles into other animes and games. First, she sang another single, Blooming, which was released on July 22nd of 2015. She would continue to sing many other songs. Don't worry, I'll go over more songs later. But anyways, in 2016, Ucchi voiced for Andira for Grand Blue Fantasy, which is a mobile game.
さてここで問題ですこのタイミングで
December 6th of 2016 sees release of Love Live School Idol Festival After School Activity, which is an arcade only available in Japan. And February 9th of 2017, a game known as Cyber Dimension Neptunia 4 Gods Online came out, where she voiced the character known as Bouquet.
私の名前はブーケと申します
September 13, 2017 marks the release of the album Ice Cream Girl, which comes out with a few songs which I'll go over.
風がぬくもりが私を動かした So feel like magic 今ここから So feel like magic 場所弾けた 柔らかいお夏文化頬に世界で一番
The latest release for Love Live is the Solo Live Collection Memorial Box 3, which came out on March 28th of 2018, which includes a lot of solos.
嬉しくない君に会いに行こうたまにはゆっくり君のペース君の心がわかるもっと終わらない奇跡はほのかな予感から小鳥の翼がついに合う聞いてよ今の気持ちはそんな夢から始まって奇跡の
On April 24th of 2018, Kuchiguru Love Live was released for iOS and Android. It is a game about clearing necessaries and trying to get a high score. It is currently only available in Japan. In May 9th of 2018, she released another album with a song known as So Happy. The song was used as an ending theme for You Don't Know Gunma Yet. Remember, Ucchi is from Gunma, so the ending theme has a lot of places that are famous in the Gunma prefecture, which I showed in the beginning. She also voiced a character known as Kyoshinuka in that anime as well.
常よりの方法があるじゃないか縄文カルタだ
The other song in that bundle was Sweet Little Journey, which was released on the same day, May 9, 2018.
夏のピースが私になるのといい青
Bright Ray was released in July 18th of 2018, and it became the opening for the Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Einherjar. They really need to make their names short for animes. Thank God for Love Live. Anyways, she voiced the character known as Shiomio Mitsuki, who debuts in the first episode of that anime.
おかえりゆうくん
On the same day, Aya Uchida Complete Box 50 Songs was released. So here's the list of all the 50 songs. I am not going to preview 50 songs, so just go ahead and look at it. There's a lot of songs on there, which includes some of these songs that are selected for openings and endings. So some current roles that she has is Sylph in Black Clover, which is still running right now, and she plays that little fairy which enhances Yuno's powers. She also voices Ucchi from Miss Vampire Who Lives in My Neighborhood, which is that girl over there on the left. And unfortunately she doesn't have too many roles yet, but we'll see if that changes in the future. She also voices Hatsuma Alba in Release the Spice. She also sings in the opening and ending themes of this anime. And of course, the upcoming game Love Live School Idol Festival All-Stars, which should come out in 2019, will have Kotori Minami in that game. Now, so what I did was just an overview of a lot of things. I did skip a lot of things in between, and I didn't hit every Love Live song, but if you were interested in all the roles, I am showing you just me scrolling down through everything that she's done. I have not even talked about things like dramas or whatnot, but as you can see, this is a really long list. So if you go to the Japanese Wiki, and well, this is Google translated, you'll see how long this list is, and it's just overwhelming. But the next thing I'm going to go ahead and talk about is the feathers of the bird, or, you know, additional trivia for her. So, some favorite anime that she likes is Shirokuma Cafe, which is just Polar Bear Cafe. There's Natsume Yujincho, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, and the Ucchi no Sanshimai, which is the 3 anime that she said she liked. When she was asked for sports that she has done, she said softball, mini basketball, and soft tennis. Some of her favorite snacks are rice crackers, potato chips, and rusk. Generally just food with crispy and crunchy texture. She also enjoys her alcoholic drinks such as beer and red wine. As she says, she can hold her alcohol very well. When she was asked for men that she liked, she answered, "I like men with respectable traits, men with a unique aura around them." I'm not entirely sure what that means, but she also said that the Adam's apple is what catches her eye the most, so take notes, boys. When she was asked, "What do you want the most now?" she answered, "Usagi." I mean rabbit. She wanted an environment where she could raise a rabbit. Some of her hobbies include making sweets such as gateau chocolate, decoration roll cakes, and apple pies. She has a cat named Kiki, which comes from Kiki's Food Delivery Service, and she posts her cat photos all over the internet. She said the most enjoyable part about being a seiyuu is reading fan mail, which really cheers her up, and also she has a regular driver's license. I guess that's cool, I guess. I have one too, that makes me special, right? During live concerts, she's often found drinking water, and they poke fun at this once in a while. So, for example, here, they have her in the Love Live movie. If you look carefully, everyone else's waters are full, but if you look at Kotori's water, you suddenly realize, what? That water is empty. This would often come up in interviews and people will make fun of it, and that's just one example of that. It also explains why I guess she likes Yumi, right? Oh my god, am I done now? Well, anyways, thank god it's done, and I spent a lot of time researching and making my best to go through a lot of the songs and covered a decent amount of the anime that was in. And honestly, she has a lot of roles and she sang a lot of songs. She's very accomplished and there's no clear end to her career. She will also continue as Kotori Minami, as there's still a few roles there, but she will sing other great songs out there. So mostly to conclude, I wasted a lot of my time making this. And of course I didn't hit everything, or else this would be a very long video. But hopefully this gives you a good idea of what she's done, and now you know more about this little bird. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video, and hopefully I'll cover another voice actor soon. My guess is I'm going to cover someone from PDP next. if you go look at the top left, I have a preview of one of my other videos, which is talking about the Love Live Sunshine movie. And the top right, I have a preview of the video which I talked about Nita Emi, which was the voice actress for Honoka. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in another video soon.